So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.
You know, in the beginning, I gotta be honest. I thought it was bullshit. I did. I thought it was bullshit. I was like, nah, I don't buy this. But I had, as I always try to, at least, a sense that most likely what we were being told wasn't the entire story. As so often happens. So I was like, I think this is bullshit. This seems like it's a tactic. It's being played off wrong. If anybody wants me to just listen and believe. If you wanted me to listen and believe, boy, you could have gone a better route of getting that from me. I just thought everything surrounding the accusation just kind of seemed like, yeah, this is probably all made up, right? But I wanted to hear what she had to say. I wanted to hear from Christine Blasey Ford's mouth what it was. I wanted to hear her account of the event, because you never know. Like I said, we're not always told everything. Sometimes we're not told anything. This is one of those cases where we're not really being told anything. All we've got is very, very murky, kind of bullshit sounding stuff. But I thought, you know, maybe there's more to it. Want to hear her speak. I want to hear her speak. Now, I don't know, man. I honestly think that either it's utter horseshit and she's got fuck all, or her legal team is doing everything it possibly can to make me believe that she's got fuck all. Because I just, at this point, I don't buy it. All the way up until I heard unfortunately, I was driving in my car when I heard her demands for her testimony against her sexual abuser, allegedly. I was stunned. I almost wrecked. That's over dramatizing it for me, and that's probably all you'll get today. But I mean, seriously, I was driving, I was pulling out onto the expressway when they said what she wanted, and I went, fucking what? Look, at first it was, I don't want to be known. I just want this story to be known by people who can do something about it. That right there, I was kind of like, then you don't want anything to be done. Like, you can't throw a sexual assault allegation at somebody anonymously and say, I don't want to be involved, and have fucking anything come of it. Alright? You don't want to be involved? Fine. Then we're going to pretend like you didn't fucking tell me shit. Because what am I supposed to do with this? Right? And then it gets leaked. And then her name gets leaked. And then it was, alright, I want to tell my story. And then this woman has surrounded herself with leftists that are connected in staggering ways to past Democrat horse shit. Right? And I was like, alright, now a simple suspicion that all in all is meaningless. I still want to hear the lady speak. Has turned into kind of a strong suspicion that maybe this is bullshit. And then it was, I don't want to speak now. I want the FBI to investigate. And the more I learned about that, the more and more ridiculous that desire seemed to be. Apparently, unbeknownst to me, the FBI does not investigate state sexual assault crimes. Who would have guessed, right? Apparently, the FBI doesn't do like full-on what they were calling background checks. Which I still don't even understand what the fuck that's supposed to mean. I had a background check recently. Right? And checked to see if I had any felonies. Or if there was any other fucking crimes pending in my life. Like, that kind of background check? What do they mean, background check? Oh, they wanted to go back in time and investigate, time cop style. What were they going to do? Go and talk to her, and then she's going to say the same fucking thing she's already said. And then they would go and talk to Brett Kavanaugh, and he would say, well, that didn't happen. And then they would go and talk to this Mark Judge guy, who's the other person that she names in the room at the time that this happened, and he would say, well, that didn't fucking happen. Everybody would continue to say what they've already said. And then they would go, well, I guess we talked to her husband. He was supposedly there. I don't know, the story's kind of muddled. He was apparently there. Like, what, 5-6 years ago, when all of a sudden this memory resurfaced. And he would say, yeah, I was there. And she, like, it was a blinding flash of light. And she went, oh my God, I remember this. And okay, so he's going to stick with her. No shit. And then they're going to go to the therapist, who was the therapist when this total recall happened. This very muddled, I don't know when, don't know where, all I know is who and what happened. And they're going to say, well, what happened? And she's going to go, she said that this happened. And they're going to go, okay, great. And what do they got then? Fucking nothing. I guess they could talk to other classmates of theirs, and they're going to go, well, I don't think Brett would have done that, man. Brett's a real stand-up guy. Like so many of his classmates already have. Or they're going to go, oh, I'm sure Brett did this. Because Christine Blassie is a wonderful lady, and she would never lie about such a thing. Like so many of her classmates already have. The fucking FBI investigation's already been done. It's played out on TV. What else are they going to do? There's no crime scene to look at. It's 35, 36, 37, even those reports don't even fucking jive. I've heard all three. It's 3 decades plus old. We don't even know what house it was in. Even if we had the crime scene, which we don't have anywhere fucking near a guesstimate as to where it might have possibly actually fucking occurred. Okay, they're going to look at a house that 30-some years ago something happened. Here's a room. That's a door. And look, there's a bed. But that doesn't prove shit. It proves that 30 years later, there's still a room with a door and a bed. There won't even be a trace that any of those people even fucking were ever in that room. There's no forensic evidence. She didn't tell anybody for 30 odd years. So clearly doing a rape kit at this point ain't gonna fucking prove nothing. I doubt she still has the same clothing she wore that night. And I doubt she decided, you know what? You never know. I might need this later, so I'll preserve it in a sealed, airtight plastic bag. I don't think that shit happened either. So, right? What the fuck are the FBI going to do? What are they possibly going to find? So asking the FBI to investigate is fucking stupid. Nobody is going to do... They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. And that was the first time when I was like, they're asking for shit that they know ain't going to fucking happen. Because it's not the FBI's job to investigate state crimes. And there's nothing to investigate anyways. So they're asking for shit they damn well know ain't gonna fucking happen. Right? And then today hit. They said, look, you come in Monday and you talk to us. Right? Or we're gonna go ahead because we ain't fucking around with this. Alright? Today, I hear the demands, right? First of all, no, we're not doing it Monday, right? Monday's an arbitrary day. The first day of the work week, that's an arbitrary day. No, I would much rather have it done on Thursday. Because God knows that's certainly not a fucking arbitrary day. Right? All the arbitrary shit, yeah, that all happens on Monday. The beginning of the week. No. Thursday. That's where all the non-arbitrary stuff happens. Everybody knows that Thursday is National Not Arbitrary fucking Day. Not Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. No. Thursday. That's the not arbitrary fucking day. That was the first thing that I heard. And I was like, huh? The second thing I heard was that she didn't want Brett Kavanaugh in the room. And I was like, well, that goes against the Constitution. In the Constitution it says the person has a right to face their accuser. I know this because House used it in an episode of House when the guy was laid up in the hospital and he was trying to sue House, and House said, well, I have my whatever amendment right. And the judge went, your whatever, the right to face your accuser. And he goes, that's clever. And I remember that. I remembered it ever since. Love House. Thought it was a great show. Right? I don't care that real doctors laugh at it. I laughed at it too when it was funny. So, whatever. But I remember that shit. And I've remembered it since. And people keep saying that now. So now all the new kids will get to know that, yeah, that's the thing. You have the right to face your accuser. Right? I knew my knowledge of House was going to come in handy in the future. And so I was like, well, that goes against his constitutional rights. So, right there, again, they're asking for shit they fucking know isn't going to happen. Right? And then they said, we don't want to have lawyers involved. Oh, only the Senate members. They're the only ones that get to question her. No lawyers, just the Senate. Really? So, okay. So then all of the Democrat senators are going to sit there and fucking softball horseshit at her if they even decide to ask her questions. Most likely all they're going to do is sit there and tell her about how fucking brave she is. And oh, aren't you just wonderful that you came forward with this? We already believe you. We don't need to bother to ask you questions because you're a woman and you're crying rape. So of course, we already believe you. Why would we not believe you? So it's going to be that shit. And then all the fucking assholes who are making their 2020 run, Spartacus and Kamala, what's fuck her name? They're all going to sit there and they're going to go, you know, this is a travesty of justice. The Republicans are being all Republican-y and white and old and men and and they're going to do their fucking sideshow, right? So the Democrats are going to do a whole bunch of dumb fuckery, which is what we've already seen them do so far in the hearing. It's not a long prediction to say that they're going to be assholes during this. They're not going to fucking ask substantial, worthwhile questions at all, if they even bother to ask questions. And then the Republicans are going to ask her questions like, when did this happen? Where did it happen? What proof do you have? Do you have any witnesses? Right? And she's not going to have answers. But somehow it's going to be, under advice of my legal team, I've been told not answer any of your questions. Right? It's going to be that kind of dumbass shit. So it's going to be a giant sideshow of Jack Hole. Nothing. And then at the end of it, there's that. But here's the crazy fucking thing, right? Here's where I absolutely knew this is bullshit. She's demanding that Brett Kavanaugh give his defense first. He goes first. Before I accuse him of all the things that I'm about to accuse him of, he's got to say why I'm wrong. Completely fucking unknowing of anything that I'm going to say, he's got to say, he's got to give his defense first. That is the opposite of due process. You tell me what you think I've done, and then I tell you my perspective. What I think happened. That's how it works. If you're lodging a complaint against me, you have to tell me what the complaint is. People don't just get arrested for crimes and then go to court and say, how do you plead? I plead, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing here. Alright, here's your accuser. What? What the fuck? So, again, they're asking for something that they absolutely know ain't gonna happen. It isn't gonna fucking happen. And the more they ask for things that aren't gonna happen, the more bullshit I think it is. And we're gonna get into next week, fucking Monday. She ain't gonna be there. Because Monday's an arbitrary day. Beginning of the week, arbitrary day. Tuesday, she ain't gonna fucking be there. Wednesday is now the day that the Republicans have counter-offered with, you come in Wednesday, we'll have a female attorney, you know, do the whole thing, and you go first. Because that's the way the law works in this country. You're going to go first. We'll have a woman do all the cross-examination and everything, but you got to tell us your story first. Sorry. We got to know what's going on before we bother with any of this shit. That's been the counteroffer. Wednesday, women, and ladies first, right? Wednesday, she ain't gonna fucking be there. And Thursday, she ain't gonna fucking be there. Because they're gonna do this. Well, they're not meeting my demands. This isn't gonna happen. And the Democrats are gonna do... Every single Democrat is gonna be in front of every single TV camera they can possibly get in front of. to do this, look what evil people the Republicans are. You see them over there? All those old white men? They're all just evil. You shouldn't vote for them in the midterms. Because look at the way they're handling this woman. It's such bullshit. And I swear to God, man, if people go out there in November and actually vote a Democratic majority, that's it, folks. It's over.
So this is how liberty dies. With thunderous applause.